What's up, everyone? Welcome back to this 19th episode of Draft Day Dynasties. I'm C. Jackson Cowart, the community manager here at Wolverine Studios, and I appreciate you joining us, as always, for our weekly streaming series showing off Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2022 and all the latest releases at Wolverine Studios. If you haven't seen any of our previous episodes, you can catch up on all of those on our YouTube channel, or you can catch us live every Thursday at 8 p.m., as most of you, I think, are doing here, on the official Wolverine Studios Twitch channel. This one's going to be a little bit more off the cuff than some previous episodes. I tend to like to have a bit of a plan here, but look, we're right in the middle of the season. We could really go in any which way. So what I think we're going to do here is I've already simulated a handful of games here leading up to kind of the meat of conference play here. So, or I guess maybe not the meat. We're only 3 games in as you look at this calendar, but maybe we'll jump around here a bit in this episode. We'll see. We'll see what you guys are feeling. But we're in the middle of this second season at Hawaii. We're 6-6, 2-1 in conference, and it's been a bit of an up and down run. But we are seeing a star being born before our eyes, and I'm not talking about Bradley Cooper. So excited to jump into that. If you are in the chat, as I mentioned, you guys are maybe going to be a little bit more behind the wheel on this one. So if you're in the chat, please say hello. Do a little wave emoji. Go Spartans go, I think was a popular refrain in the last one. So whatever you guys have on your mind, go ahead and dump that in the chat. Would love to interact with you guys in this one and see what you guys are interested in with this Hawaii team. And then before we start, I also want to shout out the Developer Dynasty episode that was on the Twitch channel last night on Wednesday. If you haven't seen that, definitely recommend checking that out. Look, I don't think you should, hop out of this episode and go see that. I don't think that would be prudent. But once this episode's over, in about 50 minutes or so, definitely recommend checking out the Developer Dynasty last night. Talked a lot about college football 2023. Gary and Brooks were both on there. Gary Gorski, of course, and Brooks, the developer, one of the developers for the college football game, running through a lot of what's new in this year's game, which is going to be coming out in late August. A bit of a change from previous years, and I'm pretty excited about what they have in store. If you watched the episode last night, you saw some of the things that they're changing with game planning and just the way that you kind of the control that you have over your formations, over your depth chart, just over the overall strategy of your team when guys are coming in and out. I think those of you that value, a strong level of control, meticulous control, everything, are really going to enjoy that. But even the casual player, I think, is going to appreciate just how much you can do in that game. So, that's not this game, but highly recommend checking that out if you're interested in Wolverine Studios games at all, or even if you're not, I think that might change your mind. So, there's that. And then, of course, if you haven't already seen our latest episodes of Draft Day Academy, definitely recommend checking those out. We've put a lot of work into those, trying to help people learn things about the games that they might not already know if they're a veteran or if they're a newcomer, trying to make these games more accessible for you. So definitely check those out. We have 2 episodes live now. The last episode released last Friday talking about skill ratings. I think that's going to be one of my favorite episodes to put together in the entire series, and I think it'll be one of your favorites as well, just knowing how much interest there's been in learning more about those skill ratings. So, speaking of skill ratings in college basketball 2022, let's hop right into this here and see one of the more skilled players that I've seen in a while in my playthroughs, and that's Moro Morrissey, the man, the myth, the legend. So let's just go through a couple of these box scores here. So we left off in the last game right after the Provo Wildcats showdown. Now, I was a little bit frustrated. In fact, I think a little bit might be understating just how frustrated I was at the way that this team has performed this season, especially in this 4-game losing streak that we were looking at here. Too many turnovers, too many careless mistakes. Honestly, I wasn't even that upset with the way that we played defense, at least in that last game, and that's tended to be an issue with this team. But offensively, it was just a mess. But I can't say that about Moro Morrissey, who has been absolutely lights out. So let's just hop into these box scores here. Let's look. The first game that we didn't see was against Arizona State, and I actually haven't seen these, so we're all looking at these fresh. Look at the effort that Moro Morrissey put into this game. 20 points. Next highest scorer was 8 off the bench, Victor Willis. only playing 6 minutes. That's honestly surprising to see 2 fouls. I'm not really sure what's going on there, though. But 20 points from Mauro Morrissey, 7 of 14 from the field, 12 rebounds, but unfortunately was not enough to edge out the Arizona State Sun Demons. 5-point halftime lead that carried them through. Obviously, Hawaii was better in the second half, but not good enough. And you look here, 18 turnovers by the Sun Demons. So we did what we're supposed to on that end, held them 39%. But again, offensively, could not get enough going outside of our main man, Mauro Morrissey. Let's check out this next game here. First conference game, Cal Davis Horsemen. A 2-point win thanks to, who else? Mauro Morrissey. 5 of 10 from the field, 7-11 from the line, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks. This man is a monster, right? Victor Willis coming off the bench with 16. You love to see that. Our centers are really putting in work. And then forcing 14 turnovers, holding to 39.6%. I'm starting to feel good about this defense. I think that they're actually picking this thing up, right? This 1-3-1 zone that I know can be a little bit tough for some players to figure out, players meaning in the game. But it seems like they are starting to pick things up there. So was excited to see that win. And then, unfortunately, followed that up with an overtime loss against Cal Riverside. But again, Mauro Morrissey, 21 points, 7 of 10 shooting, 8 rebounds. He added 2 assists for good measure. No blocks, but that's okay. That's okay. You can't do everything. And forcing 16 turnovers on the other end, holding him to 45%. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Actually, a pretty decent effort here offensively, but obviously if they're scoring 93 points, that's not going to cut it. But again, Mauro Morrissey, the revelation. I was not sure what to expect from him. He was the transfer coming in this year. We already had an established center in Victor Willis, who was among our better players last year, at least from a general box score metric perspective. But man, Morrissey has absolutely come in and cleaned up. And you look at this game against Cal Slow here, the Broncos, just a ridiculous output. 13 of 15 for Mauro Morrissey. And he only played 24 minutes. He scored 29 points in 24 minutes, 13 field goals made, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Turning it over a little too much, but clearly it didn't matter because we won by 20. So I am feeling very, very good about at least Mauro's place in this overall hierarchy here. I'm going to look and see, can we get this guy more minutes, right? Because, he's playing absolutely lights out. Steal some from Victor Willis. Maybe make Victor Willis a power forward here. Keep him in the game here because I do think that he's skilled. Maybe that's what we do here, kind of allocate the minutes a bit. But I feel decent about this. I like the players that we're playing here. I like who's starting. I like that Morrissey's getting so many minutes. Clearly he deserves it with the way that he's playing. So let's store this lineup. And I think let's just hop in. I decided to sim through December. So it's the beginning of January that we're going to be coming into here. So that was one reason that I simmed to where I did. The other reason is because we're going to be playing Long Beach State. And for those of you who have been following this series for a while, Long Beach State is the team that knocked us out of the conference tournament last year, ended our first season at Hawaii, and ended it in very unceremonious fashion. That was not a close game. It was actually quite an embarrassing game. So I decided to sim up here, get the rematch against Long Beach State. You guys know I love rivalry games, love rematches, love anything that can spark a beef, so to speak. I know Breeze is a big fan of that. Shout out to Breeze and OG in the chat. Where are you, Breeze, by the way? Hop in there. But I'm going to turn this off here, default to simulating human games. Turn that off. And let's hop right into this here. Let's play Long Beach State. First, I guess let's check the scouting report so we know what we're up against. But this scouting report's a few days old here, so going to be some outdated information. But they give us a 53% chance of winning this game. I think that's pretty reasonable. Looks like both of us are toiling around 500, so I think that's appropriate. They're giving Reese Brown, senior Reese Brown, the edge, really the only player that they think has an edge on either side. And that name sends shivers down my spine, because if I remember properly, Reese Brown was the one that destroyed us last year in that conference tournament game. Let's see if I can find. I don't know if I really want to go down the rabbit hole, but I think he had 20-10 or something. I mean, it was not good. So I remember we tried to double him in the second half. I don't know if that even works. So looks like they allow their players unlimited offensive freedom outside of their sets. Again, love to see that. Hopefully that means a high rate of turnovers on their end. And man-to-man. Also love to see that. We're going to run our Princeton offense. We're going to let our guys go. Let them do their thing. Focus inside. Let Morrissey cook. And hopefully, we can get our second conference win here and get a bit of momentum going into conference play. So let us get this game going here. Hawaii, Long Beach State, massive conference clash. And I really don't want to lose this one. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I really don't want to lose this one. So, all right, Gilbert, McInnes, Hope, Charity, Morrissey. I never realized we're starting a Hope and a Charity. Huh. I feel like I can get Gratitude as our starting shooting guard there. But all right, go to tip-off here. I'm going to put the game speed at 8 to start. Get kind of a sense of what we're doing here. Go to the options, make sure everything's good. It is. We are favoring inside. We've got a very slow offensive pace. Maybe a little too slow. Let's do that. But offensive freedom, no offensive freedom. We are forcing the ball inside to Morrissey. We're going to let him do his thing. All right. Kicking it off here on my favorite court. For those of you who are joining and asking why we're playing on the Hawaiian shootout court when this game is supposed to be at Long Beach State, my response to you is, don't worry about it. Big fan of the Hawaiian court, I am. So that's what we're going to be playing on. And not exactly the start that I was hoping for on the home of the Hawaiian shootout court here. Down 4-0. Could have been worse if they hadn't missed that bucket there. Immediate steal. There you go. Now it is worse. 6-0, and I think they got another steal. So that's not great, but there we go. Morrow finally heating up inside. So he's got our first bucket. I would expect to see a lot of that. I'll be curious to see if us playing out this game is going to change anything about, kind of Morrow's scoring output. I don't think it should, because the game does simulate the same way whether you're behind the wheel or not, so to speak. But I always get a little nervous that me being in charge of this and just, having it play out in front of me, maybe, I'm not changing a setting that my assistant coaches would change if I wasn't here to change it. So we'll see. Hopefully I'm not the problem, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't think I am. But one thing that is a bit of a problem is I just saw them trying to run no offensive set on that last possession there, a couple possessions ago. Not a big fan of that. We're going to go ahead and turn down the offensive freedom to none. You guys don't deserve to make your own decisions because it never goes well, like that missed three-point shot by Bernard Gilbert. Guys, just run the sets. Like we practice them for a reason. Here we go. There we go. Princeton offense. Get it down to Morrissey. Makes a move against his man. Nice, easy bucket there. Here we go. Morrow making another shot. He's already up to 7 points. So my theory that me being here was going to be detrimental to Morrow's production, I don't think that that's going to play out. So, all right, Morrissey getting to the line there. I don't really mind him splitting that because I do like to see them, the opposing team, get in foul trouble. Anytime that we can have a big, look at that. Anytime we can have a big going down, wreaking havoc down low, forcing fouls, I always think that's a good way to generate success later in the game. But, man, Morrow is absolutely cooking. He leaves the game, gets benched with 10 points there. I think he was getting a bit tired or maybe just a regular substitution pattern, but man, he had all 10 of our points before Victor Willis came in and scored. Now Victor Willis has the other 4, so our centers are absolutely taking over in this game. We're only shooting 42% though. Don't love to see that. I like Morrissey's probably shooting 42% because I think he's taking almost every single shot, but hopefully some of our guards can pick it up here because even with how incredible Morrow's been early in this game, we're still down 7. So we do need to get a 3-point shot or two one of these days. There we go. McInnes makes a 17-point shot. 17-foot shot. I guess that'll do it. Gets us somewhere. But we've reached the Craig Willis period of the game, which is never exciting. Anytime he comes into the game, I get a little bit concerned. One thing I forgot to note when I was simulating before, Amari Charity unfortunately got hurt, strained his knee. But I decided to leave him in because it was only a strained knee. It didn't seem any worse. And he was at 85% effectiveness, I think. So I went ahead and just left him in. I didn't really feel like messing up all of the substitution patterns. Didn't really want to redo the rotations. But that may have contributed to a loss or two, I'll admit. Probably not the smartest coaching decision, but sometimes you just got to leave your guys in. Teach them toughness. Teach them how to play through pain. I mean, not going to be able to take everybody out who has a strained knee in the tournament, right? So there we go. Speaking of Charity, fast break, converting that dunk there. Kyle Penn with the steal. Does he have? Yeah, he's got 2 steals already. He's got both the steals for us, and I think both of them turned into easy fast break opportunities. So that is exciting to see. And it's only a 6-point game here. If we can get a bucket here, it'll be very interesting to see. Unfortunately, we didn't, but we're going to get the ball back here. 2 minutes left until halftime. You guys know I always like to keep it to single digits, but if we're playing a team as shoddy as Long Beach State here, I would hope that it's not just going to be a single-digit situation. But minute and 15, able to force the miss there. Morrow's back in the game. Already has 14 points. Got the ball now. Missed that one, but again, another fast break opportunity. God, just can't convert. Still shooting 42%. Turned it over 7 times, which is very, very frustrating to me anytime those numbers get inflated. And Gilbert takes kind of a desperation heave there as the clock expires. But I can live with that, all right? I mean, our offense, is this the best offensive showing? No, it certainly isn't. 26 points in the half, not great. But shooting 41%, all of that is coming inside. I'm wondering whether we need to focus a little more outside, but I don't really want to change what Maura Morrissey's doing. 6 of 9, really nice production there, 14 points. Don't really want to mess that up at all. And we do have 7 turnovers, but 3 of them are Gilbert, 3 of them are Willis. I mean, I don't know. What are you going to do, right? I mean, those guys just need to take care of the ball. And then on the other side, looks like Reese Brown, again, is the issue. 10 points, 4 rebounds, shooting 5 of 7. So if we can toss a double on him, again, I don't really know if this works, but I'm willing to try. And then maybe we'll leave to favor inside because I think it's going to be more Morrissey time coming out of the half, but might have to go to balance just so we can try to get some 3-pointers going. There we go, Maura Morrissey. Did he just take a leaning 20-footer? That was incredible. And he attempted another, and he missed, but he got the free throws. This is wild. Maura Morrissey is developing into a superstar before our eyes. I mean, I was expecting a decent year from him, and I thought when we got him in the transfer portal, that he was going to be the starter eventually. But I didn't think he was going to take over so soon, and I didn't think he was going to be so prolific. I mean, he's got 20 points, and it's just after halftime. Is he going to go for 40? I guess he is. He's got 22 now. I'm not going to change anything. It's a tied game. There we go. Turns it over. Reese Brown turns it over, but we do the same thing to give it right back. But it does seem like us doubling Reese Brown might be working here because they can't really get too much going here. Yeah, it is just Reese Brown versus Maura Morrissey, and Maura Morrissey is winning that battle. Tied game right now. And Morrissey's not too tired, which is good. Who just hit a 3 there? Rick Tennell hit a 3. Look at that. Rick Tennell finally doing something until I think Bernard Gilbert just turned it over. But gosh, Maura Morrissey, a 12-foot jump shot. I have just really been impressed, not only with his ability to score, but his ability to shoot the ball. I mean, he's taking jump shots left and right. There you go, Rick Tennell with that steal, and then Charity with the charge. But I've been really impressed with Morrow's just overall offensive game, which is not what I thought I'd be getting. When I recruited him in the transfer portal. Look at that, 30 points, career high for Maura Morrissey, or at least I think so. It's a Hawaii career high, I'll tell you that. But I'd be surprised if he had 30 before this. Now Victor Willis is in to spell him. I think this is the time maybe where we go a balanced offense here because I don't want to put everything in Victor Willis's hands, and we do have some capable 3-point shooters on the court right now. In fact, it's a 3-guard lineup, and our 4 can shoot too. So this is kind of the time to see what we can do here. But we have to trust Victor Willis to be able to run this offense, and that's always kind of concerning. So Gilbert misses the 3. Gilbert has been absolutely atrocious this game. I think he has more turnovers. He has more turnovers than everything because he has 0 points. So that's not great. Man, we really need Morrow back in the game. He leaves, and it's immediately a run the other way. Victor Willis stops the bleeding a bit. This is going to come down to the wire, though. These are not the types of games that I want to be living through as a coach. I want this thing to be settled by halftime. And we need to be forcing more turnovers. There we go. Right on cue. A steal converted right to a dunk on the other end. Oh, man, but we just keep turning it over, too. We've got 12 turnovers. We really have to win the turnover battle. We can't keep doing this. There's another one. This is just not going to be sustainable. And Victor Willis is exhausted right now. Just missed a shot. I might have to call a timeout here because I don't think our guys have the stamina right now. There we go. Slam dunk from Victor Willis. Over 2 guys, too. I wish I could have seen the poster on that one. Brown misses the free throw there, but that puts Morrissey back in the game. I'm happy with that. We're going to go back to focusing on the inside. It is a 1-point game, back and forth. We got to give Morrissey the ball, man. We got to keep feeding our rock, right? Feed the monster down low. There we go. Force another turnover. Come on, kick it around. Kick it around. This is so frustrating when you watch and all you want them to do is just give it to your star player. Okay, it's a 5-point game. This is starting to get concerning. There we go. There we go. Okay. Morrow had the ball, but Russ Hope getting to the line. We're down 5 now. We need to string together a couple of possessions. Get into the line again. Huge steal there. But we missed the free throw. I got to pause this here and slow it down a bit. Because this is a 3-point game with a minute and a half left. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. They're going to have a shot clock violation if they don't make this. Oh, no! They drill a 3. Absolutely drill it. Okay, we get 2 the other way. We're down 4. We need 2 good possessions here on both ends. Or else this game is going to be over. Oh my gosh. Drives to the basket. Nice. Missed the shot. We get the rebound. Morrissey has the ball. What's he going to do with it? Passes it off. Charity has the ball. Please don't shoot that. Russ Hope from 3. Hits a 3-pointer. Okay. There's 25 seconds left. Intentionally foul. I think, right? I think we have to. Yeah, so we're going to intentionally foul. Intentionally foul again. Missed the free throw. Okay. Let's really slow this puppy down. We're down 1 point. Did he just miss both free throws? Okay. We're going to call a 30-second timeout. And then on offense, I want to make it very clear that we are going to run the Princeton offense. And what are we going to do here? I don't think there's anything else we should do. I think we just got to let our guys play. Okay, call the timeout. We inbound it here. 11 seconds. Tennell has the ball. Loop it around. Oh my gosh. He got fouled. 8 seconds left. 7. Is this game going to go to overtime? 2 seconds. Missed the shot. Okay, here we go. We're in overtime. This is unreal. In overtime, cannot believe that he got fouled at the end there. Morrissey dunks it over a guy. We're up 2. Oh, but we turn it over again recklessly. We have 16 turnovers. Brian McInnes, clutch 19-foot jumper there. Bree said Chris Webber false timeout call, but it's false fouled. I know. I think I did have a timeout there, but maybe I didn't. Who knows? There we go. Morrow driving to the bucket. Layup there, up 2. Bree says he'll beef with his best friend on the team. I don't know who Morrow's best friend is. And he's a disruptive force, so I think everybody hates him. Maybe that's why they're not passing to him, but they should be because he's an absolute monster here. All right, this is kind of concerning that Victor Willis is in the game here. It's overtime. We really need our best players in the game. But what we're doing is working. So, okay, up 2. 3-pointer from Rick Tennell. What a beast. 3-pointer from the man that I love to hate. Okay, so we're up 3. Victor Willis with a big bucket down low. Up 5. If we can get a stop here, I'm feeling really good about our chances of winning this game. There it is. There's the stop we needed. And Amari Charity has been a monster on the boards. I mean, he has been so reliable on the defensive backboards in the last 5-6 minutes of this game here of regulation and overtime. But, man, they hit a huge 3. Willis is in the game. I got to pause this for a second. Do I need to do something about this? How many timeouts do I even have left? Let me know how to check. I'm so frazzled right now. Okay, so I have no full timeouts left. I got 2 30-second timeouts. So I think I kind of want to use one right now to get our guys in the game. So there we go. Call the time. Oh, they didn't put anybody in there. Craig Willis misses one free throw, makes the other. Okay, they make a shot. They're fouling, though. They're worried about us. Okay, 2-point game here. They have the ball. Morrissey's in the game, but he is exhausted. Igar with the ball, drives wide open bucket. Okay, 8 seconds. I'm going to let him play. 7. 1 second. Hoist it. He hits it. Craig Willis hits a 3 at the buzzer to win it. Oh my God. Craig Willis with the 3-pointer as time expires to win the game. Oh my God, that was incredible. That was unbelievable. Look at that. 8 seconds left. He hits a 14-foot jump shot. And I'm like, I'm not calling timeout. Like, I'm going to let you guys figure this out. And they drive all the way down the court. And Craig Willis, the forgotten Willis brother, the third Willis brother, baby Willis, with the 3-pointer at the buzzer. All right, let's check the box score here. That was one of the most fun games I've ever been a part of in my 10 years playing this game. That was awesome. That was incredible. All right, let's look at the team stats first and then go from there. So we shot 54% in that game. That's honestly awesome. I can't be too upset about that. 5 of 13 from 3, including that gigantic shot at the end to win it. 17 turnovers, not at all what you would like to see, but, I mean, I can't be too upset with my team after that performance. That was pretty remarkable. You look on the other end, they also shot 54.2%, so identical shooting percentage there. We were able to hold them 3 of 15 from 3, so pretty good performance there. Maybe that's a bit of luck, I don't know. But we did get fortunate there. I'll tell you what is luck is they went 2 of 8 from the free throw line. I don't know if you guys remember late in that game. I think they missed a pair of free throws that put us in position to tie that game. So that was massive there. We went 17 of 27 from the free throw line, so it's not like I'm really too enthused about that either. But, man, looking at this, I know you guys are active in the chat too. Clutch OT winning shot, says Breeze. Bill Dozer, nice to see you in the chat, says nice. Lots of overtime scoring with tired players and fouls. He's right. 18 points in overtime. That's a 5-minute period. You extrapolate that out, that would have been, 18 points over a half? That's like an 80-point half or something. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. So, we scored almost as many points in overtime, in 5 minutes of overtime, as we did in the first 20 minutes of the game. So that's pretty ridiculous. You look on their side, they had 4 double-digit scorers, none better than Reese Brown, 8 of 13 in 37 minutes, 8 rebounds. But he really slowed down in the second half. He had 10 points at halftime, and I'm pretty sure he was, 5 of 7 shooting, and, finishes that 3 of 6, 16 points overall. So we really locked down in the second half on defense. And then you look, I prefaced this at the beginning of this episode saying that Mauro Morrissey is becoming a star before our eyes. I don't know what else to say other than to bow down to this guy because that was an epic performance by Mauro Morrissey. 15 of 20 from the field, 34 points, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks, only 1 turnover and 1 foul. Goodness gracious almighty. Mauro Morrissey. I take back all of the things that I said about Mauro and the Morrissey family and, I've said some disparaging things about the man, I won't lie, but that was really, really incredible. Bree says, I know what else you can say. He's the next Curry. Yeah, I don't know if I'd go that far. Still 0-0 from the three-point line, but man, you want to talk about Craig Willis with that clutch 3. My goodness. Now, the other side of this is I have some questions about the backcourt. Brian McInnes, 2 of 7, 8 points. Not a great game from him. Bernard Gilbert, 5 turnovers, 0 of 5 from the field. When you have as many missed shots as turnovers and you finish with 0 points, that sucks. That's really not a good game. So I don't know if we need to change anything up in the backcourt. I'd hate to do that, but I don't know. I'm starting to feel like maybe that's not working out too well. But the thing is, having those guys in the backcourt is forcing Morrow Morrissey to play a lot. So, I can't be too upset about that, right? I mean, it seems like they're feeding Morrow because they don't feel comfortable with the ball or something. I don't know what the deal is. So, here's what I think we do. I think we simulate until January 27th. I want to see a rematch of the game that we just saw because that was absolutely incredible. So, let's keep January 27th in mind. Let's go to the game options here. Default to simming. And let's sim to January 26th. Just in case. So we'll go January 26th here. And we will go ahead and sim. This is going to be a real riveting sim in the meantime. But we'll be able to see in the bottom right here as we're simulating, which is one of my favorite features, honestly, of this game. I know that's kind of a silly thing to say is one of your favorite features, but I just really love when you simulate that it does give you little updates in the bottom right about what's going on. Whether that's a notable performance from your players or a notable performance in the pro game, it'll give you notable performances across the league, which I think is a really cool, little bit of immersion there. But then it'll give you your scores, let you know the high scorer, that sort of thing. I really appreciate that feature. We'll see it in a minute here. It's still simming on January 7th. Which I don't think we have a game on that day. But yeah, we'll simulate across here, get to that rematch part. But, man, that was really incredible. I'm curious in the chat. I want to hear from you guys, especially from Bill and Breeze, but anybody else in the chat. What are some of the best games that you've been a part of in simulating? Because that was a really fun one. I don't know if I've been a part of one that was quite that wild, where it was just the whole time a 1-point game for basically the final 5 minutes. I had the one star player going for 30 points. Everybody else turning it over on both sides. You had the crazy missed free throws at the end, both of regulation and of overtime. I mean, that was unbelievable. I mean, the fact that they fouled my guy. I think we were down 1, right? And then they fouled him and he missed a free throw and made the other. What? That was unreal. There we go. Look at that. 69-66 win against Cal State Northridge. Looks like Gilbert was the leading scorer there. Kind of interesting. Probably means that Morrow Morrissey had a down game, but I do love to see Gilbert getting in the scoring column there. That's encouraging to see. But, man, that game is pretty wild. Trying to think back. I know I had some pretty unbelievable games with my Wofford association. I played as Wofford a few years back. I can't remember. I want to say that might have been 2019 or so. But I took over a Wofford team, led them to the Sweet 16. That was pretty fun. I had a pretty ridiculous couple of first-round games, I think. Some big upsets. But, the magnitude of this game, this is just a regular conference game, early conference, nothing crazy, but pretty exhilarating here. And it's a big win, too, because, with the way that this team has played, last year, having a losing record overall, a losing record in conference, to get that win and for that to spark another win here, and now we're looking up in this little area here, we're 5-1 in conference. I mean, that's pretty big. If we can get a nice conference record, get a high seed in the conference tournament, maybe make a case for an at-large bid if we don't win our conference tournament. I highly doubt it. I think we probably have to win that. But there we go. Nice 70-62 win against Cal Irvine. Morrow Morrissey, 23 points. Back to his usual self. Love to see that. He's pretty unstoppable. The issue is if we play a team in the conference tournament that knows how to play zone, I don't feel very confident about our players' abilities to score against the zone from what we saw earlier in the season. But I know Bill made the point in a previous stream that part of that is just the talent discrepancy that we had on the court in those games. I mean, we were playing teams that were significantly more talented, had a lot more depth, as you saw here. And then we get another win there against Cal Bakersfield. Morrissey with 14 points in that one, so we were cruising now. But yeah, when we get in a game like the one we just had, and we have to rely on our substitutes. I mean, I think George Ivory, you guys know how much I love George Ivory. Absolutely big fan of George Ivory. I think he was playing minutes late in that game, which is unfortunate. Probably need to cut him. There we go. 83-64, McInnes, 22 points. So it looks like our backcourt's figuring things out. Looks like we don't need to bench him just yet. Actually, this is pretty impressive here. So we're 12-6. We're 8-1 in conference. I gotta think we're number one in the conference right now. And it looks like Mauro Morrissey scored 20 points in that last game. So, all right, we're gonna sim one day ahead, and then we'll check the email and make sure there's nothing that we should know, maybe any sort of fights or anything like that. Probably a little too late to handle them, but make sure there's nothing going on there. And then we will get to the rematch. So, let's go to the settings. Don't want to miss out on this rematch opportunity here. So let's default to simming, human games, go to the inbox. Probably just going to be a bunch of scouting reports. That's good. It means our players aren't fighting. Love to see that. So, all right. Long Beach State scouting report. I mean, we probably don't need to look at this. I'm pretty familiar with the team that we just played. But just in case anything has changed. Nope, nothing's changed. Yep, they're still giving the advantage to Reese Brown, as they probably should. But now we're giving the bench advantage to Hawaii. Love to see that, getting some respect for our bench. And another 54% chance to win. I think, given what we saw the last game, that's probably a pretty appropriate measure there in terms of how likely we are to win this game. So, let's do it. 12-6 Hawaii, 8-11 Long Beach State. We've been on an absolute roll since that incredible game. And let's see if we can keep it going. All right, we are playing at the Hawaii Fieldhouse. And you guys know how I feel about this Hawaii shootout court. So, let's do this thing, right? We're going to go 8 speed. Going to bump up the pace a little bit. Going to bring down the freedom from the beginning. Crash the boards, all that stuff. Love what I see. And let's double Reese Brown from the beginning, right? Let's give them a dose of what I don't think they can handle. So, Breeze in the chat says, maybe the family had a 5-star and bringing good luck on his scouting report. Just hidden. 5-star, which 5-star? Morrissey or one of these guys? I don't know if anybody on our team is a 5-star guy. Actually, maybe Morrissey. Morrissey deserves it. But... Alright, let's start this thing up. Long Beach wins the tip right away, and immediately Amari Charity is just getting that take foul for good measure. Love to see it. Alright, Brian McInnes starting out hot. That's good. Oh, the guy that hit the game-winning 3. That's right, yeah. Yeah, maybe. I mean, because we've had 3 Willises come through here. We had Todd Willis, was the best player on our team last year, and then Victor Willis, kind of the incumbent best player. I'm not sure if I'd see him that way, but that's what the ratings suggested. And then poor Craig Willis, baby Craig. Baby Willis, rather. That's not the Willis brother that I had the most confidence in, but man, he has a place in my heart after that game winner. That was pretty good. So, similar to last game, Long Beach State getting off to a hot start, but again, Mauro Morrissey trying to do his thing. It's 1-1 right now, though. McInnes is more the guy that's taking the offensive score load, and that's fine. Let's let Morrissey kind of calm down a bit. Maybe he'll heat up later. So, Morrissey getting fouled. So they've already... How many fouls do they have already there? It doesn't look like too many, but yeah. It's 2 of 4 from the line for us. Getting the offensive rebound, give it back to Morrissey. There we go. Charity. I like to see Charity get involved on offense because I think he has more of an offensive skill set than he's really shown. So, that was weird. Missed a shot at the rim. Don't think we can take too much credit for that. McInnes driving, misses that 20-foot pull-up. We're not really seeming to get into our offense here in any sort of productive way. There we go. Morrow with that fading 17-footer. You'll love to see it. I don't know who taught him that, but it is really a lethal shot when he's got it going. And this is a bit of a change of pace, because normally we're down early on, and then we got to kind of wear them down as the game goes on. But we got a 6-point lead now. Morrow's making it a 9-point lead with that and one from 16 feet. Shooting 53% so far, so that's encouraging. Already forcing 6 turnovers. And Morrow, again, 10 points. We're not even halfway through the first half. Morrow's on pace for 40. Morrow just absolutely hates Long Beach State. I mean, as he should, right? Like, Long Beach State is the team that beat Hawaii. I know he wasn't here for that, but he's heard all of his teammates have to complain about that loss and just how devastating it was for the season to end that way, and he has taken it personally. So, love to see that. What I don't love to see is Victor Willis missing a pair of free throws right when he comes in the game. Come on, man. If you can't make your free throws, don't get to the line. But another turnover by Long Beach State. Another foul by Long Beach State, too. They are racking up those fouls already. That's going to maybe come into play later on if they can't play their best guys. But one thing I like to see, Reese Brown. He's only taken 2 shots the whole game. Reese Brown is the one that I think could really cause us damage. So good to see that we're limiting even his attempts. Maybe the double team is working. Maybe it's not. I might have to ask Gary about that tonight. Get a final answer on that. So Rick Tennell tries to take a shot, ends up being a turnover. Classic Rick Tennell move. And just like that, man, 1-point game. Long Beach State coming back with a vengeance. We got to get Morrow back in this game. There we go. Morrow comes in. Morrow stealing the pass right away. Love that. And he dunks it on the other end. Let's go. Craig Willis knows where his bread's buttered there. Or was that, who was that? Was that Craig Willis? Was that McInnes? I don't know who passed it in there. And Morrow with another dunk. He's got 14 points already. And I don't think he's done, if I had to guess. So, still a 3-point lead for the Hawaii Spartans here. They're just passing it. Willis and McInnes back and forth. McInnes, that little 5-foot bunny inside. McInnes, nice little game here. 7 points, only 3 of 7 shooting, but I do like that he's being aggressive. It's better than what he has been in the past. That 0-5 game was pretty embarrassing. But a 3-pointer on the other side, and they tie it up. So that early lead is no more. And we have a kind of an unconventional lineup in here. I'm not quite sure why. Yeah, that was weird. Thompson was the 5, and Willis was the 4. But now it's more conventional. Morrissey comes in, lays it up immediately. 16 points, 7 of 9 shooting. We're going to go into halftime with a pretty tight game here, if I had to guess, barring a miracle in these final 2 minutes in either direction. A bit more of a spread out scoring in this game. McInnes has 7. I think at least 5 or 6 different Hawaii Spartans have at least 1 point. Morrow obviously leading us with 16. George Ivory. Come on, man. What's he doing? Comes in there, misses 2 free throws, gets a dunk. Good for him. He's lucky I haven't cut him yet. But I guess we need him when other guys are tired. So, alright, we're up 5 at halftime. See what we can learn here. Looks like Morrissey, surprise, surprise, 16 points, 7 of 9 shooting. I cannot believe how good this guy has been. I mean, I was excited about his profile, but I did not expect him to suddenly turn into Hakeem Olajuwon down low. So this has been really exciting. And then on the other end, Reese Brown, 2 of 3. I mean, you can't tell me that we're not influencing that with our double teams. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask Gary. In fact, maybe I'll shoot him a text right now. But you got to think that we're having some sort of play there in preventing him from getting the shots off that he wants. So they're shooting 50%, but they've already turned it over 12 times. We've only turned it over 7, and we're also shooting 50%. So I like that. They're a little better from 3, and we are just choking it at the free throw line. But the fact that we've missed 9 free throws and we're still up 5 gives me confidence for this second half. So, all right, Morrow's starting the game. Everybody's nice and rested for this. Morrow gets the ball right away. Oh, but Brian McInnes decides to take it upon himself, and he takes that right out of bounds. And they hit a 3, and I feel like this could be a sweaty second half. Russ Hope answers. That's great. Another steal from Russ Hope. Russ Hope is kind of a sneaky steal machine here. He's got 3 steals already in this game. I guess that's not too sneaky. 3 steals in the first, 22 minutes of the game. So That's pretty good. Morrow, again. Come on, man. Feed him the ball. Feed the beast. Gilbert making a 3. Okay. Gilbert's 2 of 4. I like it. I like spreading it out here. We need that. Come tournament time, it can't just be the Morrow show. I mean, it will be the Morrow show, but it can't just be the Morrow show. So, all right. I'm liking what I'm seeing defensively. I mean, I guess we've allowed 50%, so I can't necessarily say that. They have kind of come back, but I do feel like, again, it's just like that. It's like a live ball turnover. I feel like they're converting the easy opportunities, but I don't feel as though, we're falling apart defensively. Just feels like we're giving him too many opportunities on the fast break, and we're not fouling, though, so that's good. We're not fouling him. We're forcing turnovers. And I've always said, if the other team shoots 50% and they turn it over 18 times or 20 times or something, I'll take that. You can win that way. You just got to convert on the other end. And we have been doing that, so I feel good about that. So with 12 minutes left, it's still a one-possession game. Oh, Morrissey. That offensive rebound putback, he's up to 20 again. 8th time this season. And I don't think he's done there. If I had to guess, I don't think he's done there. But now it's a one-point game. I don't know about you guys, but this is starting to feel a little bit familiar to what we saw before. And I really don't know if I can take the stress of a repeat here. So we got to build a bit of a lead. Oh, no, George Ivory. Come on. Get out of the game. Get out of the game right now. I don't care who's too tired. You can't be in the game. We just lost the lead because George Ivory doesn't know how to handle the ball. This is bad. I'm going to go to subs and coaching. I don't want Ivory. Oh, is he not in the game anymore? Who's starting here? Yeah, I think he is. I can't remember how to do subs. Oh, well, look at that. He's too tired, though. Okay, fine. He's got to play. Our guys are too tired. I wish they'd play Thompson, but you can only do what you can do with the guys that you got. So there we go. We got a steal. Blake Thompson takes it. Does get fouled. That's good. Now Willis is back in the game. That's fine. Let's wear Willis out. Let's keep Morrow resting on the bench. Gilbert turns it over too. Gilbert's, I don't know how many turnovers he's up to, but it's not good. Kyle Penn with a surprise three-pointer there. Only bucket of the game, only attempt. Let's keep the ball out of George Ivory's hands. Oh, look at that! George Ivory makes a bucket and the foul. Wouldn't have expected that. But he's still in the game. He drives to the basket, offensive foul. Okay, we have to at least go balanced if he's going to come into the game. Victor Willis has the ball again. He is just gassed. Victor Willis is about to die on the court. I don't know if there's much I can do about it. I've only got one full timeout. I don't know if I'm ready to use it yet. Morrissey back in the game, 92%. You are about to feel the wrath of Morrissey. So, 4 minutes left. He is really ready to go. 90% stamina there, but gosh, we just cannot hit a bucket on the other end. But Morrissey gets the rebound. He's got the ball now, drives, layup. There we go, up 4. Come on, Morrow. Get to 30. Get to 30, buddy. Okay, Russo misses it. Morrow gets the rebound. Oh, three-pointer by McInnes. 10 points for McInnes. Not the most efficient day, but a huge shot right there. Can Charity do anything with it? Charity wants it. I know he wants it. Oh, Morrow with the rebound again. Charity did want it. Charity takes the shot, but it's not going to be good enough. And Morrow with that 6-foot bunny. And we are up 9 points. Things are starting to look good. But now it's a 6-point game with the and one there. Morrow hits a couple of free throws, hopefully to ice it. It's an 8-point game, but it's not over yet until that turnover. That feels pretty good. And now it is foul time. We're up 10. They missed another shot. Craig Willis hits a couple of free throws. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a win. Wow. That was a bit of a sweaty game. That wasn't my favorite. I don't like when George Ivory plays basketball for the Hawaii Spartans. But a win is a win. Morrow taking that shot. That was almost a disrespectful shot for him to take, just so he could get to 28 points. Wish he would have got to 30, but that's okay, Morrow. You can only do what you can do in the time that you can do it. All right. Take a look at this box score, and then let's get out of here, because that feels good. A couple of wins. Love to see it. We shot 47% from the field. We turned it over 17 times. Look, not our best offensive day. Defensively, held them to 40%, forced 20 turnovers, held them to 35% from deep. And the man, the myth, the legend, Morrow, 12 of 14. 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Our leading playmaker, as well as our leading scorer, as well as our leading rebounder. Let's go, Morrow Morrissey, a star in the making, with 2 steals and a block for good measure, only 1 turnover. I think we got something, guys. I think that Morrow Morrissey is here. And I think the rest of the conference needs to start paying attention. Like, he's got a shot to win Conference Player of the Year at this rate. This is unreal. So, all right, let's hop out of here now. That was an awesome rematch. That first one was an unbelievable game. Craig Willis with the heroics at the end. This one, bit more of a beatdown. Didn't feel like it till the end. Yeah, Breeze says NBA scouts need to pay attention. I don't disagree with you, man. I think Morrow Morrissey is legit. I think he's the real deal. So, let's see. I'm curious, polls and media, just to see if there's any sort of, update in anything. Norton Watch. I mean, I don't think he's going to be on the Norton Watch. That'd be pretty cool if he was. I think even if we go to our, what are we, the Great Pacific? I think we're the Great Pacific. Sounds about right. Yeah, that's not going to change anything. Awards, though, that's what I want to see. So, look at that. Great Pacific Player of the Week winners. Morrow Morrissey won it last week, that week. I mean, he has turned it on as of late. I don't think they're going to give us the overall view in terms of who's kind of leading for these big awards at the end of the year. But let's just take a quick look here at where we stand. So we're 13-6. We're 9-1 in conference. That's incredible. What a difference a year makes, huh? So let's look at our team sheet. And okay, we have 4 quad 1 games. They're all losses. That's understandable. We got a win and a loss in quad 2. We got a win in quad 3, and we are cooking in quad 4. We got that 1 quad 4 loss. Not great. That sucks. I think I was an overtime loss too, but I don't think the computers are going to care about that. But we are taking care of business where we need to. And, we do have that quad 2 win. It's probably going to take winning a conference tournament, to be honest with you guys. That's probably what it's going to take. But I really like what we're seeing from this team, and more specifically, what we're seeing from Mr. Morrow Morrissey, who is definitively our leading scorer at 18.3 points a game in 23.6 minutes. I mean, let's look at this guy's advanced stats here. His PER is probably like 100. Yeah, it's 34.4 PER for Morrow Morrissey. Pretty ridiculous. 66% true shooting. I don't know what else you can ask from the guy. Those are superstar numbers. So, love to see that. Let's hop to the schedule. We'll look at what's coming up next here. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games left in conference. So, for this next episode, I think we'll cherry pick here. Maybe we'll hop to this game against Cal Santa Barbara. Looks like they're the best team in the conference. We'll face them. Maybe we'll go to the last game of the schedule, and that'll take us right up to the conference tournament season, or whatever we want to do. I think there's a chance at some point that this feed, these Thursday streams, might transition over to the college football game or to the pro basketball game, or any of these other things that are going, right? Like we always say at the top. We want to be playing whatever the latest releases are, what people are kind of interested in. So we'll see how that looks. But as it relates to this Hawaii Association, I think maybe, one more sim in the regular season. Or we could just skip right to the conference tournament, to be honest with you. That wouldn't be a bad play either. So I want to hear from you guys either now or at some point during the week or next week when you hop on. What you guys are interested in seeing here in this sim. Whether you guys do want to see a couple more conference games, whether you want us to just hop right to the conference tournament, which I think could be pretty exciting. So let me know what you guys think about that. But that'll do it for this week's episode. What an episode it was. absolutely thrilling, if I say so myself. So like I said, next episode we'll continue the season. We'll either hop to the conference tournaments or we'll do a couple games here before we do that. So before we go, first thing, I say it every week, but I mean it every week. Please subscribe to our Twitch channel. If you have Amazon Prime, you get one free subscription every single month just by linking it with your Twitch account. So it helps support us if you subscribe to us. It helps us kind of financially just a little bit, which helps us, it helps the developers develop these games that you're watching here. It helps me, be able to produce these videos like this and engage with you guys. So it really does mean a lot, and especially if it's free on your guys' end. If you're paying for a subscription too, that's even better. That's awesome. We're incredibly grateful and appreciative for that. So if you look at the top of your chat right now, it says gift a sub now to be number one. Hey, I want you guys to be number one. And if you are, I will send you some sort of Hawaii-related something, right? Do you want a ticket? Do you want a timeshare? Do you want a picture of a fish that makes me think of you? Do you want a Hawaiian dish? Would you like me to look up a Hawaiian recipe for you? I am your servant. I am your humble Hawaiian servant as it relates to being the coach of Hawaii. I do not claim Hawaiian descent here. So Bree says even a copy of the game. We'll see. We'll see about that. I'll tell you what. If you subscribe to Twitch, I'll pull some strings. Okay, I got some power here. So I'll see what I can do. So that's the first thing. The second thing, don't forget to post about your teams and your careers with hashtag Franchise Friday tomorrow on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Slack, and our original forums on WolverineStudios.com. Bill, I know you're always diligent about posting the updates in your careers, and I love to see that. A couple other people are always keeping us updated on what's going on with them. Honestly, I love it. It's really fun every Friday to see what's going on in your careers, share what's going on in mine. So absolutely, please do share that across social. Would love to help retweet you guys or, upvote you or whatever with what's going on in your guys' careers. So don't forget hashtag Franchise Friday. And I mentioned it at the top, but definitely check out the other things we have going on too. Newest episode of Draft Day Academy is live, breaking down the skill ratings for every single rating in this game. We have that Twitch episode last night breaking down what you can expect in college football 2023, some of the biggest changes that you're going to see there, especially as it relates to game planning. A pretty exciting episode there. So definitely do check that out, especially if you were a fan of what you saw tonight. And if you are a fan, let's say you're a critic. Any opinions you have about this series or the game itself, or really just anything that you guys want to see, you know where to find me on Twitch and Twitter at CJacksonCowart, on our Discord server, or anywhere on the Wolverine Studios forums. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.